Before starting off lecture 2, I would like to brief you about what we did in lecture 1. In lecture 1, we have explained what is organizational behavior. We understood what are the major importance of organizational behavior at the workplace. After that, we have discussed there are various management theories and then how these theories are linking with the organizational behavior and how the field of organizational behavior emerged in the area of management. Then we have discussed levels of organizational behavior, that is individual level, group level and organizational level. In lecture 2, we will discuss the nature of organizational behavior and then we will discuss the various challenges for managers at the workplace while dealing with the people and managing the work at the workplace. Then we will discuss the fields which are contributing to the development of organizational behavior. So overall, the three topics we will cover in lecture. As we know, organizational behavior provides a set of tools to understand and describe and analyze the behavior of people in the organization. It also helps us to understand the structure of the organization and how the structure has an impact on the behavior of the people. So in this regard, uh, this field is having an interdisciplinary approach. Interdisciplinary means that this field has a combinations of concepts which is drawn from psychology. Psychology helps to understand the individual behavior, individual personality and attitude, and then sociology where the social structure and the social behavior has an impact on the organization. It has also drawn from the anthropology where the culture of the society has an impact on the organization as well. So we can say that organizational behavior is basically having an interdisciplinary approach. Second, many a times it is being debated that organizational behavior is more of an art rather than having a science, while the basic objective of the organizational behavior is to make the applications of various researches and the analysis to solve the organizational level problems which is related to the individuals, which is related to the group behavior, so that organizations are effective in their working and overall they are able to provide competitive advantage to the others. So it's an applied science and which provide applications of the various practices and the researches being done. The third point is humanistic approach. OB applies and emphasizes humanistic approach towards working in organization. Basically, it deals with the thinking, feeling and behavior of human being which is based on the belief that every people have an innate nature of being independent, creative and productive at the workplace. So it proposes and also realizes that if people are given appropriate environment and a proper working condition, then they can actualize their potential to the fullest and can be very productive at the workplace. So this environment is really important for the human being at the workplace, which is going to create a difference in their performance. The next point is systems approach. The OB is based on the system approach, which integrates all the variables affecting the organizational functioning. The system approach has been developed by behavioral scientists to analyze the human behavior in view of their socio-psychological framework. Generally, the social psychological framework of people makes the behavior complex. So this approach helps in first understanding it and analyzing it, and based on it provide the solution at the workplace to get the maximum effort of the people at the work. Now we will discuss the major challenges for the organization and managers at the workplace. The first challenge which many organizations are facing is workplace diversity. Uh, as we can see that diversity brings both challenges and opportunities. It is found in many studies that the teams which have diverse workforce, occupational workforce, makes effective decision at the workplace for a complex problem. But at the same time, it was found in other studies that diverse teams or the teams which have diverse workforce uh, take some time to be performing and make effective at the workplace. For the managers and for the organization, it's a challenge in terms of how to deal with the people which is coming from the diverse background. The another challenge for the companies are balancing work-life conflicts. With the creation of global workforce has really changed the working style and working hours for employees. Nowadays, companies are into 24 into 7 jobs, and employees are also called for non-traditional shifts like night shift and evening shifts. So this type of shifts are creating imbalance at their life at as well. Their families are getting disturbed, and apart from their working hours, uh, they have to work from home as well. So all the time they are engaged with the work. Due to this, their uh, family life is also disturbing. uh, the studies have also shown that India is ranked among hardest working nation, where the people are working 50 hours per week, which is pretty high as compared to other countries. And once the person family life gets disturbed and not able to spend time with the family, and the works are more demanding, then people are getting stressed as well. Due to it, their health are affecting, and their mental health are also affecting. And in return to it, employees look for more leave from the organization, their job performance gets affected, and their overall uh, the commitment towards the organization also gets affected. So it's a job of a manager to create a to provide that environment and the working condition where where the employees are able to make a balance between their work and their personal life. And their job securities are be a priority for the organization. The next challenge for the organization is to provide a positive work environment and creating a conducive culture at the workplace. We can see with several examples of the organization. Every year, the surveys are being conducted to know the best organization to work for. And from last 6, 7 years, Google is ranked high for best organization to work for. What is the reason behind it? What exactly they are doing due to it people are preferring to work with Google? It's The answer is their policies. They are dealing with the people. They treat human being as asset, and they provide conducive work environment to their employees so that they are happy to work with the organization. And once people are happy and employees are happy, then definitely their performance would be higher, and ultimately organizational performance is going to be the effective, and an organization would achieve success year by year. So it's important that employees' strength should be highlighted, and employees should be enabled and developed all the time and deal with the respect, and they should be given a good environment where they are happy to work, rather than they feel that it's a burden to work in the organization. The another challenge for managers is working in network organization and managing people and managing their employees in network organizations. Basically, their job is fundamentally different in the network organization as compared to the traditional organizations. In network organization, the organizations work with the another organization, and their employees and their teams are constituted from both the organization. So the major challenge comes in terms of motivating and leading people in the virtual form. Virtual means that online. It requires a different technique, and it requires a different strategies to motivate people, to connect with them, as well as get the work done from them. So yes, managers should enhance their skills and competencies to work in such type of structure and such type of organizations. The another challenge is improving the customer service. Uh, in overall word, the service business is increasing day by day. The service jobs are increasing day by day, and if in the service industry, the customers are the main uh, factor which makes the organization effective and organization performing in the overall scenario. It always depends on the employee's attitude and employee's behavior to get the customer satisfaction and make the business grow. So they should be given a proper training, and they should be given proper environment so that they are able to improve the customer service and customer satisfaction in their organization. The last challenge which I would discuss is related to the recent situation we had gone through, and in fact the situation is yet not over. We are aware of COVID-19. This pandemic has brought many changes at the workplace. The maximum business converted into online. And in online business, and the ones people are working from home and they are highly dependent on technology, the employees are connected through only online medium, and they have less physical interaction. So in this scenario, employee engagement is getting a tough job. Employee engagement is the main pillar and one of the important factor for enhancing the organizational efficiency and effectiveness. And earlier, companies were having different strategies for engaging their employees and motivating them. But in this online scenario or working from home, I would say that working from home factor, uh, they have to come up with a new strategy and new policies so that their employees are happy. This pandemic has also now increase the cases of depression and that low behavior, that mood swings and has affect the emotional stability of many employees. So it's a job of organization, and it's a job of their manager or immediate boss, that the employees are given a feel of, uh, I can say that yes, they should have trust on their organization, and they should feel happy wherever they are working, and continuously they should get that attachment from the organizations as well. The next topic which we will discuss is all about the disciplines which has contributed for the development of organizational behavior. These behavioral science disciplines are psychology, social psychology, sociology, and anthropology. In detail, we will be discussing in the next slides about it. The first field is psychology. Psychology focuses on individual level of organizational behavior and contributed to the areas like personality, perception, learning, and training of individuals. And it basically helps in measuring and explaining the individual behavior in the organization, and how human being reacts to the situation, reacts to the people in the overall scenario. The second behavioral science field is social psychology. It focuses more on the analysis and understanding of group behavior, and it also explains how individual can have an influence on another people. So, this field has contributed to the group level of organizational behavior, and basically contributed to the areas like behavioral change, attitude change, communication process, group process, team building, and team dynamics, and how group makes the decision making, and how the roles are being defined in groups. Uh, these are the topics which is majorly contributed by the field of social psychology in the area of organizational behavior. The another field of behavioral science is sociology, which has contributed to organizational behavior uh, through the better understanding of group behavior. Basically, sociology focuses more on the relationship between individual and their environment. So it explains and it makes us understand that how group operates within the organizational systems. So the major area which is being contributed by sociologists to organizational behavior is culture. Culture, that is the organizational culture, we can say. What value systems and what are the belief system of the society has been brought to the organization, and vice versa, that organizations are contributing to the societies as well. So the major contribution about the group behavior is the interaction of the organizational systems and the group behaviors uh, in the organizational behavior. The last field of behavioral science is anthropology. So the anthropology basically focus to learn about human beings and their activities in the societies. So the contribution which is made to the organizational behavior is to analyze the and to explain the different group behaviors in terms of their values and attitude and behaviors to the organizational system, and how the organizational systems and the societies have an impact on the organizational behavior. The following points are the takeaway from the today's lecture. The first point, we have discussed the major challenges for managers and organizations, and we have seen the challenges are basically coming from the human resources of the organization, and it is more related to their behavior and attitudes which are bringing change at the workplace. The second topic which we have discussed is the contributing field for the development of organizational behaviors, and these fields are basically psychology, social psychology, anthropology, and sociology. Thank you so much for today's lecture.